feel like he's trying to say something about what's being shown on TV with the trial. I don't know exactly what it is though. Maybe she'll yell out, speak to me out loud, coins. 5 of Cups, Strength, and reversed 6 of Pentacles. Something about something, he's pointing towards something that we can expect to see unfolding in the trial. From LETECIA's side, something that she says. Well, she's not going to testify though, is she? Something that someone says about LETECIA is going to be directly spot on the money, and it will make other things about her make sense, is what I believe he's saying. Someone's going to say something about her. Her reaction to it shows you that it's the truth, and it explains perfectly her character or motive, or like someone says something about LETECIA, you see LETECIA, you see her reaction. I don't think that's when the overreaction comes. I think that's more of just like a, you got me figured out type of thing. It's like part of the plan that failed. No, it's not that. It's not part of the plan that failed. And what's this? Clarifier for the 5 of Cups. Reversed Hierophant. Oh, the Star in reverse. Something that helps you understand her belief systems that you didn't know that she had. Like something about a certain belief that she holds is going to come out from someone else. LETECIA's reaction to that will confirm that it's accurate, because it'll be like stunned, I guess. And that there's some kind of belief that she has that we don't yet know about, that's going to come out, that's going to help other things make sense. That's what I'm getting. Let me pull one card to see if that was what Gannon wanted me to get out of those cards. Page of Swords. Yes. Young person talking.
Sounds like it's almost a conscious choice on your part.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Except Maria. Now, I don't choice on that part, because I can't control more than Maria. That, I can switch back and forth, but I cannot switch to Maria without it being triggered. Like, you'd have to put me, like, under some, like, drug-induced setting or something to trigger to get Maria. I can't forcefully switch to her. But everyone else I can, because it's a conscious way of doing it,
Wow.
Like, every time I go to court, I tell Miss Robinson, the lady out here, she goes to me to court, I'll be like, bye-bye, Miss Robinson, I leave. And she's like, don't leave yet. And I just go to a whole other world. Like, sometimes I'll be calling my name. She'll have to, like, snap me out of it. And I'll just be in a whole different thing, doing all different stuff. But I've created that as a way to deal with things in life. It's not something that, that is like a chemical imbalance or something, I don't think. I think it's just me. But then Maria, though, she's a trained sniper now, so she can do the most.
Where did she get training to do?
But Maria does for hire. She got trained from Russia. She does for hire, but she's from Mexico. She got trained for hire. She does $1,500 per minute. She does different things. That includes everything. Like, so you see her come out, she's talking about eliminate this person, eliminate that person, but there's only certain people. It's pedophiles, people that like sexually molest people, people that rape people, like those that need to be eliminated from the planet. You see what I'm saying? If there are people, I know you can say, well, you're a Christian, you should not say that, but Maria's not Christian, so she don't say that. Those are people that just need to be completely wiped off the face of the planet. Because if you're going to sit there and hurt a child and pedophile and molest them and all that, then you need to be breathing.
So we stopped it at 133.24. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yes, there is.
Let's start with her conversations about the devil and the devil telling her to do things, okay? What's your take on that?
Our take on that is ultimately, it seemed like an exaggerated symptom, that one specifically. She talked about auditory hallucinations, hearing personality states, again, in dissociative identity disorder. The research related to clinical presentation says that's possible. Hearing the devil wouldn't be associated with a dissociative identity disorder. Hearing the devil could be associated with a psychosis. But again, given Ms. Stauch's history, there's nothing there to corroborate that she's had any significant psychosis that persist, that one might hear that symptom and say that symptom goes with this particular clinical presentation. What was also striking was, at least as it pertains to issues of psychosis, is that individuals who do have a psychotic disorder specifically are usually hesitant to draw attention to their symptoms. They can be difficult to assess because they might deny symptoms, or they might just withhold information as it pertains to those. So the fact that Ms. Stauch just very openly told us about this hallucination, hearing the devil and hearing the devil at different moments of her life, it's just not a particularly credible symptom in the way that she presented it.
The way she presented it was in reference to the hike that took place on January 26th. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And so, for the sake of argument, if in fact the devil was communicating with her, did she have ability to say, no, I'm not going to jump off a cliff? In other words, she didn't listen to the devil.
Yeah, that's important.
Why is that important?
When it comes to issues of psychosis, people sometimes hear hallucinations that command them or tell them they should behave in a particular manner. Some individuals with psychosis have difficulty controlling their behavior in light of that, and some people can control their behavior in light of that. It kind of depends how sick they are at the time.
And she mentions again to you and Dr. Gray. Incidentally, Dr. Gray is asking specific questions about psychosis, it sounds like, during this portion of the interview.
Yes.
And she understood those questions and is responding to those questions. Is that fair?
Yes.
She starts to talk about her different worlds. And was that a common theme throughout the interview?
Yes, generally speaking, whenever she spoke of these other personality states, she frequently talked about how she created the personality states, she created the worlds, she could move from one world to another on her own volition, with the exception of Maria.
Now, how does that fit into a diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder? Do people who suffer from that disorder describe their different personalities as going to different worlds?
I've never assessed somebody with a legitimate dissociative identity disorder to be able to know if that's how they usually describe it or not. What strikes me is that it's convenient that the one personality that is particularly important and relevant to this evaluation is the one that she has no access to.